Well, 4 billion people, or 2 out of every 3 on the planet, do not have enough water to meet their basic needs. That is far greater than previously thought, according to a new study that presents a more accurate picture of the problem. The viewer's Rosanne Skirble tells us more.
The drought in Ethiopia is the worst in decades. Infants and small children are at particular risk. Fatuma Hussein lives in the hot and arid Afar region and comes to a local clinic for help as she has no more food at home.
My child is severely malnourished to the point he can no longer do breastfeeding.
Water scarcity is driven globally by population growth, consumption habits, and demands from agriculture. Signs on the landscape are evident, says Ariane Hoekstra, a professor of water management at the University of Twente and co-author of the new study in the journal Science Advances.
Groundwater levels decline, or lake levels decline, or lakes even disappearing, or you see less water flowing in the rivers. And this particularly impacts ecosystems, biodiversity, because of the less water available. And also local communities, for instance communities that live downstream where the water will no longer flow.
This is the first study to consider water patterns on a monthly rather than an annual basis. It finds that 4 billion people, half from China and India, face severe water problems compared with 2 to 3 billion reported previously. Mexico, North Africa, South America, the Middle East, and the American West are also at high risk. The study creates a new baseline and more accurate measurements to guide policymakers. There's also an important message for the public.
People must become more aware of how much water is being used for everything they consume, and that their consumer choice will affect the amount of water being used for making their products. And that if they consume other things, like for instance less meat, they will really save a lot of water.
The key is to use water more sustainably, a mandate that ranks high on the international agenda alongside climate change.
So we should kind of start pricing those water resources, allocate them more wisely, use them more efficiently.
Hoekstra hopes the new data will lead to action to reduce water scarcity, taking into account how to use water more efficiently, how to consume water more sustainably, and how by changing our habits as consumers, we can make a real difference. Rosanne Skirble, VOA News, Washington.